Hey guys, you're right, can you see me? Welcome to another Xterra Pro adventure. Yes, so we're back in part of the Vicky dumps actually. Yeah, but these parts of the Vicky dumps are eventually going to get built on, so let's take out what we can. Now there's a lot of signals in here, and there's also a lot of flint, a lot of broken flint, because it's all been smashed up by the plough and the cultivator. But there might be some bits in here. We'll see. Right, let's get on with it, see what we get today. So I gotta film this. There's a little central reservation. I'm just walking to the site. I bent down to pick up a baggie. I noticed a coin. I think it's a halfpenny. There's just a coin sat on the surface. I think it's a halfpenny. I always collect the druggy bags. Collect them because they're useful for if you ever find anything good. And I normally pick them up because I always think, well, if I pick one up, I'll find something good to put in it, won't I? So our first thing today, people, seems to be a weight of some kind, lead weight. There's a hole through it. But while I was pulling that up, look, that looks like, I think that's a piece of belemine, whatever it is, can't remember the code. It's a fossil. Cool, 2 finds, 1 hole, nice. So guys, I've just seen this little, I'd say, pot lid fracture. Well, I've just flipped it over. There's a hell of a lot of flint in this field, but I'm going to keep hold of that, put that one on the flint site. I think that could be a little scraper. Like I say, I think it's just a pot lid fracture, but there is so much flint in these fields. There is so much flint, but most of it is all tractor lift. So even that, I suppose, that little where the colour changes looks a bit worked. That, yet again, I suppose, could just be tractor damage, plough damage, whatever. We'll find out later. Cool. Well folks, just pulled out a little watch winding key. We'll add that to the key and keyhole collection. I like my little watch winding keys. Might have a pattern on that side. It's cool. Get off me. Mosquitoes are out in force today. So I'm just about to hold it up to the screen and scream toasty green. I kept rubbing it because it just wasn't right. And the more I've rubbed it, the more it started to shine. It seems we got a good old Georgie bullhead. Yeah, it's a George III. That is dirty as shite. Is that a real one? Honestly, I've just been rubbing this for about 5 minutes because there's green on it. Part of me thinks that could be one of the fakes. I think I could see a date down the bottom. I think it's 1819, I think. But yeah, George III silver. Was not expecting that, if it is. Like I say, I don't know if you can see just there, but there's... I'm really having to rub it to get it to shine. There's bits of green on it. Odd. I'll put it in the good tub for now, but it's a strange one, that one. Wonder if it's fake or not. Get on with it. Toasty green! Yeah, ain't too sure who that is. You can just make out... You could just make out head before I lost it. See Britannia on one side. I think that's a halfpenny of some kind. It's like someone facing that way. So what would that be? I wonder if that's an Edward. Yeah, that's going to be an Edward, I think. I think it's an Edward halfpenny, is it? Looks a bit big for being a farthing. Never mind, we'll clean it up when we get back. Clean everything. In one of them weird moods again. Sorry we ain't been out detecting for a while. Yeah. Right, get on with it. So people, there's a double tap just in front of us. So I'm just going to switch the probe on. Whatever it is, just there, probably about an inch under the surface. Probably less than that. Should be in that. So let's do...
Yes, people, it's time for your favourite game, What's in the Clog?
Yes, what do you reckon it's going to be then? Oh, there's something sticking there. You see it? Do you reckon? I'm going to go button. And it looks like we've got a button. Oh, I'll tell you what, once that's cleaned up, that's going to be something for you button lovers. And trust me, this is going to be a whole show for you button lovers. If you'd seen how much stuff I've not filmed so far. Honestly, typical Vicky Dumps. It's everywhere. Well, folks, yet again, double tapper somewhere just here. About here. Looks, people, like we got some coinage. We got a toasty green. Ho, ho, ho. Everybody's favourite toasty green. Cool. Ah, mud's so clayey in here. It's a bitch to dig. Cool. Toasty green. Cool. Well, folks, I think we just got something a little bit older. And from how it looks, I'm going to go with strap end. I think we've got possibly... bugger it, I'm just going to say it. I think we've got possibly a medieval strap end. I don't think it's a very... it's a bit of a crude one, but still, that's what I think it is. I think these would have fixed it into the leather belt at some point. There might even be some pattern on it somewhere, but as you can see, it's another toasty green type thing. But yeah, I'm going to go with strap end on that one. Cool. Something older. Woohoo! Well, there's no ponds or rivers within half a mile, so it makes sense that we'd find a fishing weight in the middle of a field. Makes absolute sense to me. So, yeah. Fishing weight, middle of a field. Looks like we got another toasty green. Yeah, this is a, as far as I can see, it's a George III. Can make out the George on this side and 3 up the top here. Yeah, it's a Georgie. Haha. Maybe this will have to start being called the Georgie Dumps before it's gone forever. Built on with lots of houses. Cool, get on with it. Well, the sun's just come out, so the sunbathers are starting. I'm telling you, folks, we are getting there today. Will we get there? Will we get all the way there and back? Find out at the end. Well, folks, got another weird bit of lead. I thought Mr. Musket Ball was going to pop up and say hello, but that's the bottom of it. That's the size. I don't know if you can see, but it has got kind of a bit of a pattern on the top. It's like a hexagon cross-hatch pattern, if you can make it out. I think that is a medieval gaming piece. I'm pretty sure it is. Cool. There's quite a few bits of medieval stuff in here. That's nice. Where's the coins? Well, that's the top of a 1700s onion bottle. Definitely. I'll find a full one day. Well, big bronze signal. If I was in Strapland, I would have said hand grenade top. But it's this. I'm not 100% sure what it is. I've got my theory. It might be an absolutely battered up barrel tap. I think it's a barrel tap. But don't quote me on that. Just imagine there's a hole here for the spout. There would have been the rest of what went into the barrel up this end, but yeah, I think it's a barrel tap. I think it's got some silvering on, some chroming, so it's probably not that old. Alright, just had another double tapper. Just a finger dip. Beautiful little buckle up. That's nice. It's probably about late 17, early 1800s, I'd say. It's only quite thin though, so it could just be pressed metal. Just be Victorian. Still, very nice. Well, somebody's been in here digging holes and putting their shit back in the holes. I'll let you lot say it because I ain't. What a complete and toasty green. Well folks, don't know if you could see, there's a hole just there. I'm going up this line that somebody's obviously been up, but they obviously ain't got an Xterra Pro, have they? Otherwise they would have found this beautiful big brass copper buckle. Look at the size of that one. It's probably only horse harness, yeah, but big old buckle, good signal, quite deep as well. And again, I do use my Xterra on high, so sensitivity is always about 22 to 24, almost at full. So I get nice and deep to get things like this. Beautiful, get on with it. Might call this episode the Button Lovers Special. That's quite a nice glass or ceramic one, look. Eyes only, eyes only. Woohoo. Seem to have another toasty green. I've got another feeling that's going to be another George III, if I'm honest. Be a George III farthing. Yes, farthing. Another double tapper there. It looks like we just got a little penknife. Well, what's left of a penknife, look. Well folks, this is our last hole because there's the bag. Yeah, got a spur. Or what's left of a spur. Yeah, I'm gonna call it because I forgot there's still part of another video slick on this. There's some bloody fire. It's gonna be about a half-hour show and tell. No, I'll try and keep it down. Right, anyway. See you when I get back after the 5-mile walk. Right, see you in a bit. Well, folks, that wasn't a bad trip, was it? Better have a look at what we've got. And there's a lot, so let's get on with it. Starting with all the crap. Lots of lead. Chuck that bit of penknife in there because the blade's totally rusted away. And the fishing weight. What that was doing in the field, God knows. Barrel tap. It is definitely a barrel tap. All broken, busted. Nice bit of bronze. Another nice bit of bronze. I'm going to have to melt this crap down at some point. Yeah, but as you can see, crap. Move on to our next load of bits. Well, there's another one of them weird lead things. Why they're always that shape, I don't know. And what they are, we still don't know. An unknown badge thing. What? God, who knows? This thing, which part of me thinks it could be a toy cannon or something. Don't know. Some real odd things come out of that dump. The spur, the lovely little watch key. It's just got a bit of a floral pattern on that side. It's quite nice. A little lead tag with 55. It looks like an upside down G, but I should imagine that's a D for 55 pence. So whatever that was, very expensive. That, which I have no idea what that could be. Lots of unknowns. And moving on to buckles. Buckles. Same to you. That nice big one that came down that line that somebody had obviously searched really hard. Also burying half their trash back in it. I don't know what these are called. Quite nice though. Quite nicely decorated. Little pressed metal thing. I think it's a little buckle of some kind. Suspender buckle or something. This one. I thought that was pressed, but it's not actually pressed. That's quite nice, that one. As you can see, it has got a little bit of thickness to it. So I should imagine that's probably a Georgian's shoe buckle or something. And then this part of a broken one, which I suppose could be any age. Looks older than the others. But could be any age. It's a artifact. Let's move on. So, here's some lead bits and what I still think could be a crude belt end. Yeah, something tells me that's a belt end. Anybody wants to comment and say what they think? Right, lead things. Some kind of little weight. As you can see, there's a hole all the way through it. This thing, which I can't see it as well now I've cleaned it, but has got some kind of pattern on top. I think that's a little gaming piece, so possibly a medieval gaming piece. Could be older than that actually. And then a lead disc, which had me in the field. I thought that was a hammered coin. Looks like it did have something stamped on it at one point, but all them years in the field have took it away. Right, let's move on to eyes only stuff. So let's have a look at the eyes only stuff. Got this, what would have been a beautiful green stopper if it hadn't smashed, but it's still nice. I like sitting like that, so I might keep it like that. Won't be a Victorian dump without an oyster shell, which that one's quite a nice one, but I just brought it back to show you. That'll probably end up in my garden. Some fossils, Belamites. It's bad. Someone write down the actual name, because I can never remember how to pronounce it with fossil names. Little bit of a fossilised shell, look. Found that in amongst one of the piles of... I can't get my words out today, my brain's gone. Yeah, in one of the piles of gravel and stuff. Found one of these, which I ain't too sure what these are. Man of the Forest found a nice one of these that's been squared once. I don't know if these are a fossil, don't know if these are a writing tool, don't know what they are, don't even know what it's made of. It's like stone, so don't know. Flinty things, well, I've only recently put them on the flint site, so I don't know. Nobody's come back to me on them yet. This one's got a bulb of percussion, as you can see, a bop. Looks like there could be some possible. I'll say there could be a little bit of retouch on there, but it's mostly usage wear, and that's all that's on that. That's just. And then there's the other one, which is a pot lid. That's just a pot lid fracture. No real bulb of percussion. Doesn't look like there's much on it. And then you turn it round and it really does look like it's been worked. But you watch, that'll come back. That's probably. Oh, I don't know. No, bugger it. I'm going to say that's worked. Anybody wants to comment that that's just chatter, then that's up to you. But I'd say that's worked. Bugger. Moving on to, well, look, it's one for you button lovers. And, well, as this is one for you button lovers, that might as well lead us to the insanity of 39 buttons. So yes, folks, we got there. We totally flew there. We've got all the way back, and we're thinking about booking a holiday there for the next trip. And also 3 things that I thought were buttons and they're not. So we've got a little stud. We've got this thing, which it's a stud of some kind, but I've had to look about 5 times to make sure this wasn't some kind of Saxon brooch or something, because this was absolutely caked in clay. So I just thought it were a button. I think it's some kind of furniture fitting or something. Well, I don't know. I'm not too sure on this one. If you know, folks, please comment. I've just realised I think my phone might be filming this the wrong bloody way. Right. So I'll just turn it. Yeah, also this one, which I think is the back of a drawer knob would have fitted on the front of that, I think. Looks a bit older though, so still nice, but yeah, 39 buttons. But at the end, there's some for you button lovers. Let me just move the light a bit. Move it over. Right, so as you can see, there's some lovely patterned ones. This one's quite nice. Oh, look at that, it's quite lovely. Yeah, that is nice. It's a regimental one. Regimentary is a military one. Yes, a military one. Let's just say military, it's easier. It's got the lion and the unicorn on it. And yes, let's bring it up again, because it is nice. It's beautiful colour. Thought the light might shine through it, but yeah, beautiful black glass. Still got its loop, which is quite nice. So yes, buttons. That's why I don't film buttons. Right. So folks, let's do coinage. Now we'll start with the one that I actually found on the central reservation walking there. It's actually a George V halfpenny. I can't see a date on it because it's absolutely toasted out, but yeah, it's definitely George V. Where is it? Where are you? Come on, phone, focus as well. Aha, there. And just make out Gorgeous V. So yeah, would be a George G-E-O. Yeah, Gorgeous V. Come on, phone, what's up here? Every time. So that's the George V. Let's move on. That's a pile of dirty, crusty Queen Victorias. I think you can see most of them. Lots of young Vickies. Most of that pile is, I'm pretty sure, George III. I'm not too sure about this one. I'm not 100% sure about this coin. Is that George III? Or is that some kind of token? What's it? Just looking at this now, I'm trying to work out if that's actually a date just there, look. Next to my thumbnail. Almost looks like 1750 something. I think this one might be a token, actually. Yeah, I think this one's a token. So that's quite cool. Should probably look up that one. I'll do it later. Move on. Lots and lots of toasted out God knows what. So, yes, that one's gone. You're never going to see that one again. This one, which is still two minds whether this is a button or not. I think it's coin, but it could be a button. I'm going to say button, actually. Something about that. So when you start looking through the camera, you see things in a different light. Not too sure about that one. Move on to this one, which is another exceedingly thin. Pretty sure that's a coin. Token or something. God knows. Then this, which I'm sure was a button, and then it turned out not to be a button, and it actually says something about a... this could be a bugger now. It actually says something about a mint shilling. So whether that's a little coin weight or something, not 100% sure, but still nice. Can't clean it up anymore because it's going. You can make it out a bit better earlier, but yeah. It's about gone. Moving on to what I was going to say is our best thing, but I still think this is fake. It's just not... It's not right. I have rubbed that for ages with God knows what, and there's a bit of shine, look. Little tiny bit of shine up there. But you tilt it at another angle, it's green. So has that just been in a real nasty fire, or is that a forgery? Like I say, during George III's time, there was a lot of forgeries, so... I think that's a forgery. I think that's a fake silver. Ah, bugger. A week without silver. So, not bad. Not too sure about the silver, but, you know, it is what it is. Right. Anyway, oh. Things are looking more likely that this could actually be some kind of stone axe. So, yeah, quite happy about that. Oh, look at it, it's lovely, isn't it? Look, I've been using it as a pillow at night. Yeah, anyway. Carry on liking, carry on subscribing, and carry on hitting that silly bell thing. Ding! Right, I think we'll leave it there. It's been long enough, so until the next one, folks. Tatty bye, and thanks for coming.